Hi everyone, I'm glad to conduct this interview in the topic of thoughts of education by collegejunior.com. So today we are honored to welcome our distinguished speaker, Dr. Sundar, Dean Science and Humanities, SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram campus. A small introduction about Dr. Sundar sir. He started as a lecturer in AV Institute of Technology in 1998 after he became lecturer in Mahalakshmi College of Arts and Science and then vice principal academic for Science and Humanities and school advisor SRM Nightingale higher secondary school. Became finally SRM Institute of Science and Technology in July 2019. So, welcoming you to this interview, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you for a wonderful introduction. Thank you, Akash.
So, the first question is: you have held key position at education institutes throughout your professional careers. What are the key factors that keep you connected with the education sector, sir?
Yeah, it's a very good question, Mr. Akash. And so in your introduction, you have mentioned, so I was started with my career as a lecturer, and till I have reached the position of a dean, to stay connected with the industry or with the university. So to start my career, so acceptance from the student is a major thing as a faculty out to get it. To accept, the student should accept he is a good teacher or is a good faculty. That is the biggest credit. For getting the acceptance, so we have to do certain things. So usual pattern of most of the lecturers, what they will do, they will prescribe the one textbook for any subject, and they will get notes from that textbook, and they will also teach to the student from the textbook. So the students thought that so there is nothing new. So whatever available in the textbook, the lecturer is reproducing. So the chances of a distraction, and they will not listen to the classes. So what from career, what I will do in the sense, I will refer more than 5 to 6 textbooks, and also I will get material from the local as well as the international sources, and I will prepare, and so I will go and I will take. The students should realize that so whatever the classes handled by me, so they have to get new information. So it will create some kind of interest among the student community. So now we have to prove ourselves. We are much ahead from the student side. So we should prove ourselves. We should have more knowledge compared to the student. Then only we can withstand and we can sustain in this educational or teaching career. So unless otherwise, if you reproduce the same data for the past previous years, so definitely we could not able to gain confidence from the student. It's very difficult you to connect or we can withstand at this present competitive field. So continuous learning is the only one word for the sustainability of the faculty.
Thank you for this brief answer, sir. Moving to the next question. So, being the Dean of SRM Institute of Technology, what is your philosophy of leadership and how would you describe your leadership style, sir?
It's a good question, Mr. Akash. Leadership plays a very vital role. Even a corporate CEO or the manager should possess the leadership. Usually, the faculty or the person working in the administrative capacity in educational institution, so usually they will not talk about the leadership. But leadership plays a very vital, and the leadership is important even for faculty or the administrative position like principal or dean or director or whatever it may be. So as my philosophy of leadership is the main important thing, what I will do in the sense getting feedback from the stakeholder, frequent feedback, and frequent feedback from the exact stakeholder. So about my capacity, leadership capacity, or what is the performance, what I'm doing. So I'll get feedback from the student, feedback from the faculty, feedback from the colleagues, and also one step ahead, I will get the feedback from the industry side also. So this will provide an opportunity for me for further development, and also provide me an opportunity to think ahead. So what else I have to do for this return for this stakeholder? So for example, taking as a student, so I usually interact with the class representative frequently. So I used to get the input from the class representative. So how the classes are going on, and any type of improvement what you are requiring or any suggestions. So I have the pattern. I will put the schedule across all the department. I used to meet the student. I will get the feedback, and from the faculty, So every week I'll fix one department and I used to interact with that department faculty. And from the even I will get feedback from our own alumni. So those are passed out now, they are working in a different organization in a different capacity. So we used to interact with those alumni, and also we have to get the feedback or in terms of input. So what else we have to do for the further development. So even from the industry side, our students are, after the completing our graduation, our students are working in a different industry. So we used to get feedback from those industry, how our students are performing, which skill set still you feel it should be improved, or which skill set is lagging. So that feedback we'll use to get, and it will be supply to the respective department for further development. Even the employer feedback will be given to the training department. So what type of training to be given to our own student. So I will give more importance to the feedback. So that plays the vital role for the developmental aspect. And also as a leadership, so we started Science and Humanities in SRM IST Ramapuram campus in the year 2014 with a 2 department, and total strength is 240. Now 2021, so we have total strength around 5,300, and more than 270 faculty are working. The secret of this particular success, so within a short span of time, we expanded our program offering from 2 department to 15 undergraduate department and 3 postgraduate department and 1 research department. And faculty will start from 7 faculty, we reached 270. And so we closely connect with the industry, we closely connect with the students, and we closely connect with our alumni, and we try to minimize the gap between academic and industry. So another thing is we have to differentiate ourselves among the competitor. So we'll take all possible measures how we can able to differentiate. So for that, we closely watch how the competitor, what type of program, so what type of curriculum they have, and how they are approaching towards the student. So what is the latest technology they was implemented. So all things we closely monitor and watch, and immediately we'll think ahead. So what thing we can give and we can produce to our student community. So we'll have fullest satisfaction, or we have to delight our student. So these are the few leadership qualities I learned from the successful leader, both from academic as well as from the corporate. So that plays a vital role for our success.
Thank you, sir. Wonderful leadership skills. And moving to the next question, how does the curriculum of SRM Institute of Technology ensure the best practice of industry?
As you're aware that SRM IST is the #1 private multi-stream university, so offering various programs right from management, science and humanities, engineering and technology, law, and even health sciences and medical and health sciences. And so we are in the pioneer in offering education in the world standard and utmost quality. And for the kind information to you and for the audience, and each and every year we'll revise our curriculum and syllabus. So 10 years back, usually every 3 years we'll revise our curriculum. And once this kind of internet is expanded and reach out through nook and corner, and now we are technological changes happening very rapidly and robustly, and we are changing our curriculum and the syllabus each and every year. And it's a par with international standard, and will be more focused on the end result. So that is a industry. So what industry is expected? So such kind of way we will design our syllabus and curriculum. In our board, so like we have board of studies and faculty board. So we have eminent persons from the industry and from the reputed academic institution and from the alumni. So all 3 mixtures, so these 3 triangle plays a vital role. All these 3 mixtures will be play a very vital in developing of curriculum and syllabus. So it will be par with. So once any student completed a graduation from SRM IST Ramapuram, they will be ready for take up any kind of job of their own respective field. It is from engineering and technology, they will be ready, or even science and humanities, arts and science, they will be ready. So the employer also feel somewhat comfort while recruiting or taking our student So because they are equipped with latest skill set. So all the latest technology and skill set, it will be imparted in our curriculum and syllabus. So this is a mixture of, I already pointed out, academic, industry, and alumni. So all will involve in developing our curriculum and syllabus. So SRM IST also accredited by different international and national accrediting agency. So they will also look into in what type of syllabus and curriculum. Now we are moving to outcome-based education. Even all the academic related, they are talking about OBE. Normally we call it as an outcome-based education. So once a student is completed the graduation, so in what way, what they learn and what skill set they learn, whether they are fit for employment or they want to go up for higher studies, so whether they have a required knowledge, or if they want to take up entrepreneurship, so whether they have the right skill set. So all will be imparted, and through syllabus and curriculum only we are doing all this kind of things, Akash.
Thank you, sir. That's wonderful. And moving to the next question, what do you think your roles and responsibilities to the university and the students?
First of all, the roles and responsibility what we are playing to the university and student directly connect with the development of the country. So because as you know that India is one of the most populated country, so having of we are going to touch 1.4 billion people, and in that general terminology we call it as a demographic dividend. So demographic dividend has both advantage. So we have a more number of people in the age category of 34 years, below 0 to 34 years. So they are the prospective employee. So how we are going to shape up this particular youth? So youth is the most important asset for the development of the country. And this youth, how we are going to develop. So in that cases, we are creating the vision and mission of our university. So how to make the student as a prospective. So you can imagine that if you are not able to channelize this particular youth, probably 50% of our population lies between 0 to 34, around 60 crore or 70 crore people. If you are not channelized and if you are not make them as a good citizen or prospective employee, then it will lead to a demographic disaster. And you can imagine that if unemployment is increasing and people are finding difficult to get placed, and it will lead to monetary financial implication, and it can lead to all kinds of indiscipline matter. So in that case, SRM IST is a basic motto. So whoever joining in SRM IST, we have to convert them as a prospective student or prospective employee. Either they have to place or they have to get start their own industry, or they have to pursue their higher studies. So these are the three way where we will work. And nowadays we are encouraging a student to take up entrepreneurship. So now even from all state as well as central government, they are insisting on entrepreneurship. SRM IST special care will be taken, and we created special cell called incubation entrepreneurship cell, and we'll also give all kinds of input, and we are inculcating entrepreneurial mindset among our student community. Even you can, it's a general information what you heard from SRM IST is a placement. And so generally 80 to 85% of our students got placed in a reputed organization. And even we are rewriting our own history of highest package. So last academic year, our student got placed in the 50 lakhs per annum package. But this we are crossed more than 75 lakhs per annum package students are placing. So we are rewriting our own history, and the roles and responsibility as we are. So we should convert our student as a prospective citizen or prospective employer, or they have to pursue their higher studies. So in that, the graduation outcome should be better. So directly we are doing our own way in development of the country.
Thank you, sir. Your roles and responsibilities are wonderful. And moving to the next question, what do you think should be SRM's top priority over the next 10 years, sir?
So in the previous question itself, I clearly pointed out from next 10 years, SRM IST, it's a technological university. and we are a pioneer in introducing all kinds of technology in the education sector. And so we like to have SRM is one of the pioneer institute offering quality education in all aspects. And the thing is, now we are moving to internalization. So usually we'll attract students from across all states in the country, and our international student ratio is about 5 to 6%. From the next 10 years, we are planning to attract a more number of international students. So that's why we are SRM ISP. We are closely working on that, and we like to invite students. Our target is, so we should invite more than 100 country students should pursue their undergraduate or postgraduate or research education in SRM ISP. So we are focusing on that. So next motto of SRM ISP is we are creating international climate, and we have to attract more number of international students. So that is our target plan for the next 10 years.
That's wonderful, sir. So all the best for your future.
Thank you very much, Mr. Akash.
Moving to the next question, what would you like people to know about your SRM IST Ramapuram? They may not know. So some of the people not know about the institution. So what are the main things that you have to be known to the people about their college?
SRM is a brand known by all the people in not only for in India but also the international level. But usually, if you ask anybody else what you think about SRM, the people will say SRM is a university, and regarding of it's a good academic, and it should placement. So academic and placement will be good in SRM. It's a general perspective of all the people, parent as well as the student. So apart from that, we are providing we are doing a number of activity related to sports. So we are also shining in the sports sector, and our student, they are achieving and they are receiving a lot of medals and laurels from the different agency related to sports. And also we launched a satellite, a micro satellite, and in that area also we are pioneering. Research and development, so we are acclaimed to get a lot of laurels in the research and development, publishing a paper in the reputed journal. So R&D is one of the major factors where we are lacking in. So if you take the ranking, international ranking, only few of our institute got international ranking. So the major drawback is research and development and good publication and good project. So SRM, we are crossing the milestone, and our faculty, student, and all other member of SRM, we are publishing paper in the very good and reputed journal. So why we are insisting on this publication? So once the faculty publishing paper, they can update themselves. They know what type of trend happening in the industry, and also they can predict so what type of technology will happen next 5 years or 10 years, so that they can directly impart those technology to the student community. So SRM should known for internalization, research and development, and sports, apart from academic and placement.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And moving to the next question, what do you see as SRM IST greatest strengths?
Students is our major strength, Mr. Akash. We are fortunate enough having a good set of students each and every year. So SRM used to attract the student. The student community is a major strength. So I proudly say that, and all credit goes to our student community. And faculty, very experienced faculty, very well qualified, having experience with industry as well as academic, and good research potential. Faculty is another strength. And infrastructure, no need to express a lot. Everyone knows that SRM is known for infrastructure. Not only the infrastructure of physical, like huge buildings and vast laboratory and high equipped laboratory, but we are pioneer in digital infrastructure also. So I like to mention one point at this juncture. So we are facing 2 years, the entire globe faced the pandemic and due to Corona. And in India, March 2020, we have the national lockdown, and all the educational institution was closed. But everyone is suffered a lot. All the educational institutions suffered a lot, and they don't know what to do. And this is period where the institute should conduct examination and they have to make it. But here, SRM is a proactive university and also the technology-based university. So this pandemic doesn't affect any way to the SRM. So because already we are following hybrid model, both online and offline, and we immediately moved to the online, and as per the schedule, we conducted the examination in the April 2020. We declared the result in May 2020, and our final year student got onboarded in the respective company where they got placed, and everything went as per schedule. It doesn't affect any way. So now I'm talking about not only for physical infrastructure, I'm talking about the digital infrastructure. So in that case, also SRM plays the main role. And coming to the placement is a major strength, and so usually 80 to 85% of students they got placed, and still the computer science engineering student they got 100% placement this academic year, and very good package, and they are doing very well. Even for science and humanities, students from BCom, BSc, BCA, and MCA, MBA, so they are got very good placement this from past few years. So in that aspect also we are doing great. And so coming to the advisory board member, another major strength. So we used to attract board members from eminent, not only for Indian, even for foreign national, they are our board. So while preparing the syllabus, we will take into consideration both local as well as the international level. So our advisory board member also plays the role. And the industry tie-up. So SRM is known for signing MOU with the different industry. And industry also, they established their laboratory in SRM. So we are close connect with the industry, and the industry tie-up is a major asset and strength to the SRM.
That's wonderful, sir. And moving to the last and final question. So any suggestion you would give like to the current youth and aspiring students?
So already I detailedly explained about what sort of measures we have taken to convert our student in a prospective youth, and we are directly contributing ourselves to the country. So the youth plays a very vital role as the aspiring student, not for a college student or school student. So my kind advice them is in three aspects. Normally I call KSA. K is the represent of knowledge. And so while pursuing their either school or the higher education, so they have to update and upskill their knowledge. So knowledge in the sense, so whatever they are studying in the book and a related application they have to develop, and where they are applying, and application mind should be cultivated. And now we are seeing, as in the education field, we are feeling, literally we are seeing the application and analytical mindset, the students are coming down. So now they are not able to think analytically how it is happening, in what it is happening. This kind of question they should ask themselves for all the theoretical subjects, and they should be clearly known that where it is applying. So this knowledge they have to develop, and we are guiding them how to develop knowledge, or faculty guiding them. And knowledge to skill, yes, is related to skill set, and even central government they created separate skilling India, and a lot of skill council. So now other major parameter, our students or our graduates are lacking in skills. So they know, if we ask anybody, they are from computer science engineering, if they given some kind of programming to write, they are very difficult to write. But if you ask them what is the percentage, they will above 9%. But they have very good marks. But if you give the application, if you ask them to write the practical, they are failed to perform. So this skill set is lacking. So after gaining the knowledge, the student should development of skill on the respective field. If they are in the computer science, they have to develop the programming skill, or analytical skill, or problem solving skill. If they are in the mechanical, if any student possesses, then we will term as a prospective. And last and most important is attitude. So KSA, So attitude plays the vital at the time of interview. The HR and the company line managers, they are giving more importance to the attitude. So a lot of psychological tools are there to measure the attitude, and the student should have a right and a positive attitude, and then definitely they will get success in their career. See, in SRM, we'll have different modules how to impart good knowledge and good skill set. So, and we have separate soft skill trainer, and this trainer role is how to shape up the positive attitude. Positive attitude in the sense they should have some self confidence, and they have to see the problem, the opportunity. Every problem they have to see the opportunity, and they should work, and they should inculcate the integrity. So integrity also plays a vital role, and all this for aspiring youth or aspiring student, if they have this KSA, so definitely they will get success in their own life. If they got success in their life, the family member will be benefited, the parents will be happy, and the entire country will be happy. So I hope so it will be taken up by the student as well as the educational institution, Mr. Akash.
Oh, wonderful, sir. Wonderful. Thank you, sir. From our organization, we wish you all the very best for the future of the SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram. And thank you, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you very much.